Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and Uber has sent out an email this weekend profusely apologizing for the way it has acted. That it will do better and it will strive to improve. They will now listen. They will listen to us. They will improve as a company. They will take our suggestions and advice because they really value us as writers. As the email states, as a company, we have faced some hard truths. In expanding so quickly, we failed to prioritize the people that helped get us here. Ultimately, the measure of our success is the satisfaction of our riders, drivers, and employees, and we realize that we have fallen short. After a report of inexcusable workplace harassment surfaced earlier this year, our board and senior leadership took immediate action. They asked former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder and experts from the law firm Covington and Burling to conduct a thorough investigation. After 4 months of review, this week they released a report which you can read here, link below. Today we are ready to embrace radical change. Uber's board has unanimously accepted all 47 recommendations from the Covington report and has begun to put them and others into action. We are committing ourselves to the following: increased accountability, changing leadership, focusing on collaboration and empathy, and empowering diverse perspectives. The past several months have compelled us to redefine who we are and who we want to be as a company. We are proud of our thousands of employees across the globe. We are committed to serving our riders and drivers. As a group of dedication to our mission remains strong. You can hear from employees in this video. I will comment on the video later. There is still more work to be done, but we are confident that we are taking the first steps to becoming the company you deserve. Your New York City Uber team. Okay, rant time. This email was sent to writers. Only people who had taken Uber, not drivers, not employees, not investors, writers. They just sent this email to writers. Not only that, they only sent this email to certain writers in New York. Now, why would they only send it to writers in New York if they are truly committed to fixing themselves as a company nationwide? Well, because New York is the place where the hashtag delete Uber movement got started over the whole, basically Uber turned off the surge when the taxis decided they wanted to get into a hissy fit and not actually do their job. Which, unlike us, who we can decide not to turn on the app if we want, taxi drivers are employees and that is effectively blowing off work. Just throwing it out there. Now, the interesting thing about that delete Uber movement is that that time Uber technically did nothing wrong. From what I understood, they turned the surge off for the passengers, but drivers still got the surge fares, and no one was inconvenienced except for the taxi drivers who didn't get those fares, which they would not have gotten anyway because they were refusing to work. They only sent this email to people who deleted their app because of that. They didn't send this to people who actually mattered. I didn't get this email. I know you probably didn't get this email. They just want the buyers back. They just want their riders. They just want the people with the credit cards. They have not actually extended an olive branch. They have not apologized to the drivers for their appalling treatment of them. They have not apologized to investors for letting this clown, Travis Kalanick, run the company, you know, like a bull in a china shop. They only apologize to riders. And also, no one signed it in particular, because nobody wants credit for this. Susan Fowler, who started this whole thing, she pretty much called this all optics. Anything to get the customers back. You know what? She's right. Also, what else? There was something in here. Something in here. You can read the whole art, you know, in the article below. You can read the whole thing. Yeah, I love how it says, after a report of inexcusable workplace harassment surfaced earlier this year, our board and senior leadership took immediate action. Immediate action. That report came out months ago. There was no immediate action. There was absolutely no immediate action. It took a long time to turn the ship, and guess what? The ship is still turning. I mean, I don't want to go so far as to say that this is the Titanic, but they have hit an iceberg. And with modern day technology, maybe they can fill that hole before the ship sinks. But the ship is sinking. The ship is sinking. And here's the other thing. It's pointless to send an email like this out to the writers because, full confession, folks, I have to be honest, and I will tell you why I did this later. I drove Uber tonight. And I did it for a very good reason, and I will tell you another video because that's not what this one's about. And this topic came up. And you know what? There was 2 people, because this topic has been coming up a lot recently. People are really interested. And the 2 people pretty much admitted, hey, I read the reports, I read the news, but you know what? Uber's never done anything wrong to me, so I'm going to use it. Which is, yeah. I mean, and I sympathize with that because I hate Amazon.com. I have not bought an item from Amazon.com in 4 years. I have gone to church and have told people if you buy from Amazon, you cannot in good conscience call yourself a Christian because of the way they treat their employees, what they do to the economy, what they do to other businesses to win, and mainly how they treat the people there. But everyone's answer is the same thing. Hey, Amazon's never hurt me, and they give me free shipping, so why would I stop buying from them? That's human nature. This email to the writers did nothing for the writers because the writers don't care. The writers have been one of the few people to have made out like a bandit in this entire mess because they've got nothing but cheaper and cheaper fares every single year. And in most cases, they have even had their surge refunded even though there was no reason to refund it. So, anyway, so that's part of it. But now this email has surfaced and now you have drivers and investors and engineers and programmers and other board members who are stopping thinking like, why didn't I get this email? Why didn't I get this email? Why hasn't Uber committed to make my life just a little bit better? And it's because they don't care. They do not care. So anyway, what do you folks think? Does this email... How does this email make you feel? That's what I should be asking. What does this email make you feel? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy this channel and the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe. There is a promo code below. And as always, flame responsibly. And I know you're gonna, again, I will explain, but hashtag delete Uber. I've got a good reason. I promise you I do.